Hello, everyone, and welcome. Eagles Insider Dave Spadaro here with the Hall of Famer Brian Westbrook. It's our Self-Scout presented by Golden Nugget Jeweler, where Philly gets engaged. And we're here to talk about the offense from Sunday's game against the Dallas Cowboys. And, I mean, let's play this. Let's go back to the tape from week 2 and 4 and 6 and 8. It is a team that does not get untracked in the first half. Backs against the wall. Eagles come out firing and have some success. How do you explain it here after 12 games?
It's tough because as analysts, we're always trying to find the big picture. What's the big thing that's wrong? But for this team, it's the small things that they do consistently wrong almost every game. They don't protect long enough. The quarterback holds the ball a little bit too long. We don't have a commitment to the run. Receivers aren't getting open regularly. You know, all the small things that good teams do well every single game. At this point, we're not doing those things, and they all add up to a team that offensively starts slow, doesn't have a rhythm, can't stay on the field. And over time, that takes a toll on your team and certainly your confidence as an offense.
I thought the Eagles did try to come out and run the football with Josh early. And Dallas was very aware of his ability to bounce outside. He had the one run where he bounced out and got the big. But other than that, they really kept him contained.
Yeah, they're saying we're going to come down and we're going to keep a tight lid on the running back. Josh Adams has done a great job of setting things inside and then bouncing outside. But defenses are smart. They watch the tape. They get paid the same way that we do. And so they're going to say, okay, we know what you're going to do. We're going to try to eliminate that. So what's the next progression? Now Josh Adams has to go stay downhill, stay inside the pocket. Over time, he'll get that. He's a young guy, young man. He will get that over time.
I think in the big picture here, Brian, everything kind of circles back to number 11, Carson Wentz. And another struggling performance from Carson and from an offense that ran just 48 plays in 4 quarters of action. Carson Wentz looked, frankly, uncomfortable in the pocket on Sunday.
What happens to quarterbacks, and it happens to the best of them, if you get hit a couple times, now your timing's off. Now your confidence and your ability, your guys around you ability to block is down. It also brings your eyes down from looking down the field to down on the rush. And that doesn't help you throw the ball down the field. Carson has lost his rhythm. He's lost his confidence. And the one thing that I continue to see, he's waiting for receivers to get wide open before he throws the ball. He doesn't have confidence in throwing to a spot, and right now that's hurting the offense.
Is this a big problem? Is this a long-term problem with Carson Wentz?
You know, here's the thing, and I went through an ACL injury, and so you spend the entire offseason getting better, just healthy. You're just trying to get healthy and able to get back on the football field. The biggest jump for most players is between your first year and your second year because now you understand what the NFL needs from you and how you can get better. Carson will continue to get better, but this offseason is pivotal for him because he's not going to have to worry about rehabbing as much. Now it's about improving on his game. How can he work on his mechanics? How can he work on his timing? Can he get with his receivers to work on back shoulder throws? The small things that make his game better. This offseason should be all about those things.
I'm not ready to talk about the offseason yet. All right, got the right. We're going to still stay in this.
The only reason I bring up the offseason is because it's tough to get better during the season, especially the latter part of the season at those small things. That's why it's hard to do.
The offense, Brian, I mean, it is just not in a flow, and I can't explain it. When people ask you, hey, Brian, what's wrong with the Eagles offense? What do you say?
Well, they can't stay on the field. When you're 1 of 9 on 3rd down, 11%, that's going to eliminate your flow right there.
What in general?
Well, the big picture thing is that the rhythm, you want your quarterback. You're going to throw a lot of passes here. Carson Wentz throws a lot of balls. He has to be more accurate. He has to do a better job. And maybe it's confidence throws as far as getting the ball out quickly, throwing to wide open receivers. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe taking some threats down the field so that defenses can back up. Some throws down the field to throw the deep ball so defenses can back up just a bit. Maybe that's part of it. But I think the small things for this team are still pivotal. Fundamentals. Go back to basic blocking, tackling, accuracy throwing. Those are the things that we're lacking.
Is Carson too centric on certain receivers? Not necessarily Zach Ertz, but 9 targets for Alshon Jeffrey, most of them late in the game. Golden Tate only 3 targets, 1 catch. Aguilar 3 targets, 2 catches. Is he missing the field? Are there players open out there?
This offense is much better when you spread the ball around. When you have 5, 6, 7, 8 guys catching the ball, that makes your defense spread out and have to check those guys. The one thing that I've seen from Carson Wentz is that if you don't win at the line of scrimmage, he's off it. He's moving to his next guy in the progression. And there's times where he's saying, I'm gone on and moved on to my second read, third read, and that first read is finally getting wide open. I think that comes from not getting the protection around him that he's normally accustomed to. The other thing you have to think about this. Carson Wentz last year was very successful of eluding the rush, getting outside the pocket, throwing the ball down the field. Some of our biggest plays come when Carson Wentz gets outside of the pocket using his legs. This year, he doesn't have that same leg strength. He doesn't have that same ability to get outside the pocket and make plays, and that's hurt the offense as well.
And you believe that's because of the knee?
No, there's no doubt about it. It's absolutely about the knee.
Will he get that back?
He will. He will get more strength in that leg. He'll get more confidence in his ability to escape the pocket. It does take in a complete offseason for him to get better health-wise, but also getting better as a quarterback. It will take that time.
Really disappointing performance on Sunday against the Cowboys, and it's really been a disappointing performance from the Eagles offense as a group the entire season. Only one game of 30-plus points in 2018. Last year, the Eagles averaging 33 points a game with Carson Wentz at the quarterback position, and the Eagles just have not been able to pick up that pace in 2018, and that's why this team is now 6-7 going into a big one on Sunday at the Los Angeles Rams. He's Brian Westbrook. I'm Dave Spadaro. This is our Self Scout. We thank you for joining us, presented by Golden Nugget Jewelers. Have yourselves a great Eagles day, everyone, and thanks for watching.